Shalawam. Let's give all praises be to the Father Yahweh. Once again, let's give all praises be to the Father Yahweh. The water for tuning in. Shalawam to all the ox, all the malaks. And we want to give a special shout out and thanks to our big brother, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, for all that he do, for all that he has done, and all that he continuously do. We would not be here. We would not be in the state that we're in if it wasn't for him. Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Thank you, Hamashiach. Thank you for tuning in. If you have tuned in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. As always, you know I don't like to hold you. Got a good one here today. I think this one, it needs to be talked about. As always, I start off with Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. And it says, "My son, forget not my law, but let thy heart keep my commandments, for length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them upon thy neck, write them upon the table of thy heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of the Most High and man. Trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding." Salaki, I'm a little under the weather, so bear with me. "In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear Yahweh and depart from evil." And I think this last part right here, a lot of our brothers and sisters, they don't depart from that. And I don't want to go hard into it because I love my brothers, I love my sisters. But just as well, if, you know, if I'm going off for anybody that I know or see, somebody should tell me, or somebody should bring it to the attention of that person. So I want to start off right here, and I want to jump from Proverbs 3, and I want to go to 2 Peter real quick. Right? I want to go to 2 Peter. Well, first I'll start off with Jeremiah, since my thing is spinning. I'm going to go to Jeremiah, and it says, Jeremiah 17:5, and it says, "Curse be the man, or thus saith Yahweh, curse be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahweh." So if you trust in man, which I see a lot of people are doing, it says your heart has departed from the Most High Yahweh. Now, once you put your trust in Yahweh and you turn to Yahweh and you walk with Yahweh, it's things that needs to be done in this walk. So that's why I wanted to go to Peter, and it says right here, 1 Peter chapter 2, as newborn babes. So we must walk as newborn babes. And you see a lot of ox out here that are not walking as newborn babes. Well, they may say, well, I'm not a newborn babe, but you're still doing the things of this world, and you're mixing the things of this world with the Kodash word, and that just cannot be. You cannot get sweet and bitter water from the same well. And I don't want them to mislead our people that they think that these people are some prophetic or some apostle or bishops or elders, or all of these names, or priests, or generals, or captains, all of these different titles that are being given and thrown around. It says that we should be as newborn babes. Wherefore, laying aside all malice, which is evil intent, all guile, which is lying, and hypocrisy, meaning you can't live the way you used to live and walk with Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, and envies, and all evil speaking. And it's a lot of evil speaking going on in Israel. As newborn babes desire the sincere merit. What is wrong? As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If so be ye have tasted that Yahweh is gracious, to whom concerning as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of man, but chosen of the Most High, and precious, you also as as lively stones are built up as a spiritual house. So you shouldn't be as you used to be. You should be a spiritual house now, a Qadash priesthood. Okay, what is that? The office or position of a priest. Okay, so you in the Qadash or holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahawashi Hamashiach. Wherefore also it is contained in the scriptures, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. And I think this chief cornerstone has a lot of brothers stumbling and falling. And it's sad because they want to hold on to the ways of the world. You cannot implement anything that was used in the world in a worldly way and bring it into a Qadash thing. Okay? You just cannot do that. Let's get this real quick. Leviticus 10 and 10. And it says right here, and that you may put a difference between holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean. So you cannot implement, or you cannot bring things in that the world has used and bring it in to the truth, so to say. Okay? You can't use a song that the world has used and then you want to turn it around and use that same song with the same lyrics and put it for truth music. You just can't do these things. And I know I have listened to certain things and done certain things, and I've even used certain things, but it's just, as I get further along in my spiritual walk, it's like a bad taste in my mouth. You know, it's unsettling, as they would say, that the nation is using and manipulating and putting the world things in the truth, and they're mixing the two together, and it just should not be. You know, and men are getting put on such a pedestal that it's okay to do these things because people are trusting in man. This is like what Jeremiah is saying. Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahweh. I'm going to jump down to verse 7, and it says, Barak, or blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh. Key word, that we trust in Yahweh. Don't trust in man. Put your trust in Yahweh. And Yahweh tells us how we should conduct ourselves, how we should walk, how we should talk, what we should eat. He tells us everything as a Qadash man, how you should be. And it's not the way, and it's not the example of the people that we see today that are our leaders, are so-called leaders of the camps, congregations, and things of that sort. It says, for he shall be as a tree planted by waters, the ones who trust in Yahweh, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. So you will never stop yielding fruit if you put your trust in Yahweh. But once again, it says in verse 9, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked, who can know it? And Yahweh search the heart and try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. And this is what we have to understand. When you put your trust in man, you're going to fall. You're going to fall when you put your trust in man. But if you put your trust in Yahweh, it says you will be like a tree planted by what? The water. This is Psalms 118 and verse 1. Oh, give thanks unto Yahweh, for he is good, because his mercy endureth forever. Let Israel now say, let his mercy endureth forever. Let the house of Aaron now say, let his mercy endureth forever. Let them now that fear Yahweh say that his mercy endureth forever. I called upon Yahweh in distress. Listen to what's being said. I called upon Yahweh in distress. No, I didn't call upon no man. I called upon Yahweh in distress. Yahweh answered me and set me in a large place. Yahweh is on my side. Psalms 118 and 6. I hope you can see this. Yahweh is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do unto me? There's nothing that a man can do unto you when Yahweh is on your side. It says, I will not fear. A lot of these dudes that just talk. They're emulating things. They want to be half the world and half in truth. You can't have it both ways. Well, you can if you want to. You know, you can have it both ways if you want to. If you want to believe that lie, the Most High will let you believe that lie. Verse 7, Yahweh taketh my part with them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in who? Man. One more time. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in Yahweh than put confidence in the princes. All nations compass me about, but in the name of Yahweh will I destroy them. So that's what I really wanted right here was verse 8. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put your confidence in man. And like I said, a lot of people, a lot of Israelites are putting their confidence in these men. You know, on their chats, on their videos, you know, want to be part of their congregation, want to be part of their groups. You know, you already a part of something. You don't have to be part of something with no man. Now, if you want to fellowship with that brother and do the work with the brother, then by all means, do that. But your trust should be in Yahweh. Don't put your trust in the man because you will be let down. He's just a man. Put your trust in the Most High, Yahweh. Let's see somebody who put their trust in man. John chapter 3. See, this is somebody who put their trust in man. And how do we know? We're going to read it. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. So this man was a ruler. Nicodemus we speaking about. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest except the Most High be with him. Yahushua answered and said unto him, Truly, truly, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. Right? Nicodemus say unto him, How can a man be born when he is already old, or when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? So he's a ruler. This man is a ruler. We would call him today a ruler over a particular camp, right? He's a Pharisee. So he's a general, a bishop, or a head person over a congregation. And he's asking Yahushua, can a man enter a second time into his mother's womb? Yahushua answered, truly, truly, I say unto thee, except a man be born of the water and of the Rakah, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Verse 6, that which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the spirit is spirit. Then he tells him in verse 7, marvel not that I said this unto thee, you must be born again. So clearly, Nicodemus, who is a ruler of the Jews, is not born again. He's clearly not born again. And he's asking, how can this be? Can I enter a second time into my mother's womb? And Yahushua answered him and told him, look, this is that which is born of the flesh, meaning you are of the flesh because you lack understanding. And that which is born of the Rakah is the Rakah, or the spirit. The reason he lacked understanding is because he lacked faith, and he lacked the understanding because he had his trust in men. He didn't have his trust in the spiritual side. He was on the flesh side, on the fleshly side. How do we know this? The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell where it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the what? Rakah. So if you born of the Rakah, and you born of the spirit, you don't know how it came to you. You don't know exactly when it came to you. But you can tell the difference of that person because they're not living and walking in the flesh anymore. But nobody knows who is going to get the spirit. You don't know who is going to come upon. This is why we just preach the word, we preach the gospel, we plant the seed, and hopefully somebody come along and water that seed, and then the Most High gives the increase if it's supposed to get the increase. Nicodemus answered and said unto him, how can these things be? This is a ruler, a leader that's leading people, guiding people, a shepherd of Israel, of the Jews, leading people. But is he spiritual? Is he walking spiritually? Or is he walking as a man, putting his trust in man and not truly in the word and in the trust of the Most High Yahweh? Yahushua answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel and knowest not these things? So even Yahushua getting up with him like, man, you're supposed to be a master. Watch. Let's see what the word master is going to tell us. Art thou a what? Master. It's the Greek.
Strong's G 1320. Didaskalos. Didaskalos.
And let's see what the word means. A teacher. Biblical usage. A teacher. So he was a teacher in the New Testament. One who teaches concerning things of the Most High and the duties of man. So how is he teaching? How is he a teacher? How is he teaching concerning the things of the Most High and the duties of man, and he don't even understand the spiritual things? He's in his flesh. He has put his trust in man. He has put his trust not in Yahweh, but in man. One who is fitted to teach, or thinks himself so. The teachers of the Jewish religion. So we see it's a teacher. It's a teacher. And Yahushua said in verse 10, Yahushua answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel and knoweth not these things? So just because a man is on a high pedestal or a high platform, or he has a big congregation of 10,000 people, or they have a congregation and they here and they there, and they go out on the Shabbat, and it's they big, and it's a lot of just because it's a lot of people don't mean nothing. Because people, men, women, put their trust in man, and you will be let down. I don't know how come people think that men are so knowledgeable. The knowledge comes from the Most High. The knowledge comes from the Most High, and the only way you can receive the knowledge, and he's only giving you a little bit, the only way you can receive that knowledge is if you put your trust in the Most High Yahweh. This is why Yahweh is saying this. Yahweh answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel, and you don't know these things? Truly I say unto thee, we speak that we do know. See, Yahweh knew what he was talking about, and testified that we have seen, and ye receive not our witness. See, a lot of people not going to receive this message because they're going to say, oh, he putting down our elder, he putting down our captain, he putting down our general, he putting down a leader of our congregation. Well, I'm sorry you putting your trust in that man, but I'm just letting it be real. I'm just being real and letting it be known that we should have our trust in the Most High Yahweh. Like I said, he's your fellow brother, and you shouldn't worship him. You can honor him as a man if he has understanding and knowledge, but you shouldn't worship him. And it's a fine line between worshiping a man and really looking at him as your brother, just of knowledge and understanding. Truly, truly, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know, and testify that we have seen, and ye receive not our witness. If I have told you earthly things, these things are earthly. And yet this ruler, this master teacher of Israel, Nicodemus, he couldn't even understand the earthly things. Yahweh said, if I have told you earthly things and ye believe not, you can't even believe the earthly things. How shall you believe if I tell you heavenly things? People can't even understand earthly things. So how can you understand heavenly things if you can't understand the simple earthly things? And no man has ascended up to the Shemayim, but he that came down from the Shemayim, even the Son of Man, which is in the Shemayim. So I hope we see that this man, Nicodemus, a ruler, a teacher, a shepherd, a God, he didn't even understand the earthly things. And he was written about in the Bible. So I believe that he is a man of importance, because even when Yahweh was crucified, he came to his burial and helped. Why? Because Yahweh opened up his understanding from earthly things into heavenly things. He stopped putting his trust in man and started to see, I need to trust the Father. I need to put my trust in Yahweh, because the things that I thought are not so. The things that I've been taught by man are not so. It was something different that needed to be going on, that needed to happen. Let's get it in 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra, chapter 4. And the Malach that was sent unto me, whose names was Uriel, gave me an answer, and said, thy heart have gone too far in this world. And that's what happened to some of our ox out there in the world. Your heart has gone too far in this world. You're too far in the world. Let me get this real quick. Hold that. Let me get this real quick. And we just going to get it a classic, because, I mean, everybody should know these things right here. You know. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is hatred with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend, okay, a friend of this world is an enemy. You cannot be a friend of this world, right? Let's click on this word friend so we can see what this is. Because we have a lot of leaders in congregations that are over people. Friendship. What does this word say? Fondness. Fondness. When you take something and you put something on top of it, or you make clothing that looks like other clothing, and something that was used in this world that was filth, and you take it and use it to try to put it as truth, you're fond of that thing. And it's a sin, as it says right here, of fondness, friendship. I mean, come on, man. Stop leading our people astray. Will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. Do you think that the scripture saith in vain, the Rakah that dwelleth in us lusted to envy? I mean, come on, man. People supposed to be leaders. People supposed to be shepherds. People supposed to be really leading our people and not giving them false hope. You know, not giving them this lie. And with all deceivableness of unrighteous in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. For this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they may all be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. They have pleasure in unrighteousness. What did they have? Pleasure in what? The fondness of this world. The things of this world, because they was a friend. That's what this is. Pleasure in unrighteousness. This is what he's saying. Thy heart have gone too far in this world, and thinkest that to comprehend the way of the Most High. Man, your mind and your heart is so far up in the world, you think you can comprehend the ways of the Most High. Let's see if you really can. Let's see if this person or people that's over these congregations and camps can really understand the ways of the Most High. We're going to see what the Bible say. Then said I, yeah, my master. And he answered me and said, so Ezra is saying, I can understand the ways of the Most High. This is what he's saying. Then said I, yeah, my master. And he answered me and said, I am sent to show thee 3 ways, and to set forth 3 similitudes before thee, whereof if thou canst declare me one, I will show thee also the way that thou desirest to see, and I shall show thee from whence the wicked heart cometh. And I said, tell me, O my master. Then said he unto me, go thy way, weigh me the weight of the fire, or measure me the blast of the wind, or call me again the day that is past. So he gave him 3 things as a man. Ezra is a man. He's talking to a malak, an angel. And the angel asked him, I'll tell you why the heart is so wicked if you can answer these 3 things for me. He want him to weigh the weight of fire, and measure the wind, and also bring back the day that has already passed. Let's see what Ezra says. Then answered I and said, what man is able to do that? So Ezra, as a man, is asking the malak, what man is able to do this, that thou should ask such things of me? And he said unto me, if I should ask thee how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, or how many springs are above the firmament, or which are the outgoings of paradise, peradventure thou wouldst say unto me, I never went down into the deep. So how can you answer if you never went down into the deep, nor as yet into hell? Neither did I ever climb up into the Shemayim. Nevertheless, now I have asked thee, but only of the fire and wind, and of the day wherethrough thou hast passed. So he's saying, I've only asked you about fire. The angel is asking him, I only asked you about fire and wind and the day that you lived through. And of those things from which thou canst not be separated, and yet canst thou give me no answer of them. So there is an answer because he asked him, but yet Ezra is just a fleshly man and he still lacks understanding of the Most High, and yet he could not give the Malak an answer. The Malak asked him this, so it had to be an answer to it. Verse 10, he said, moreover unto me, thy own things and such as are grown up with thee, canst thou not know? So basically he's saying the things that you grew up with, fire, wind, and you live through the day, just like today I'm living through this day. For those watching this video, you living through this day or that day, the day you watching this. But yet you don't have any understanding, true essence of the understanding of how much fire weighs, or measure the wind that's blowing on your skin at this present time, or that breeze that comes by in the evening. Measure that. Or bring back the day that has already passed. Verse 11. How should thy vessel then be able to comprehend the way of the highest? Meaning, how can your body, your vessel is your body, so how should thy body then be able to comprehend the way of the highest? Talking about YAHWAH. And the world being now outwardly corrupted, to understand the corruption that is evident in my sight. How is it evident in this Malak sight? Because he knows it's completely evil. He knows what righteousness is. He knows how to walk upright. And he's saying that the world is outwardly corrupted now. And to understand the corruption that is evident in my sight, he's saying it's evident in my sight. It's all corrupted in my sight, but in our sight as a human man, a lot of people don't see that corruption. A lot of people don't see that it is corrupted in this world. A lot of people don't see that their elder, their bishop, their leader, their guide, their general, their deacon, their priest, their captains, their soldiers, whoever it is, they don't see that they're corrupt. Verse 12, then said I unto him, it were better that we were not at all, than that we should live still in wickedness, and to suffer, and not to know whereof or wherefore. And he answered me and said, I went into a forest, into a plain, and the trees took counsel, and said, come, let us go and make war against the sea, that it may depart away before us, and that we may make us more woods. The floods of the sea also in like manner took counsel, and said, come, let us go up and subdue the woods of the plain, that there also we may make us another country. The thought of the wood was in vain, for the fire came and consumed it. The thought of the floods of the sea came likewise to nothing, For the sand stood up and stopped them. If thou were a judge, now betwixt these two, whom wouldest thou begin to justify, or whom wouldest thou condemn? I answered and said, truly, it is a foolish thought that they both have devised. For the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea also has its place to bear its floods. Then answered he me and said, thou hast given a right judgment, but why judgest thou not thyself also? So why are we not judging ourselves? Everybody wants to judge everybody else, but why are we not judging ourselves? We have to look at ourselves in the mirror and have the understanding for ourselves. Stop putting your trust in man and put your trust in the Most High Yahweh. Judge for yourself what is righteous. For like as the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea to its floods, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth. Okay? So all of these dudes, all of these teachers out here with all of these prophetic things that they talking about, all these breakdowns and this they know about the Shemayim, about the heavens and the third heaven and all this breakdowns that they have. Listen, stop it, okay? The Bible says right here in 2nd Ezra, and the sea to its floods, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth. And he that dwelleth above the Shemayim may only understand the things that are above the height of the Shemayim. So just see the understanding that is given to us. Yes, we have wisdom. Yes, we have knowledge that the Most High has given to us. And what a beautiful thing it is. But he has not given us all the understanding. I'll say it like this. He has not given us full understanding. Look, let me get another precept real quick and I'm going to close out. Let me go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. Let me see. I think this is the one. Let me see. Let me see. Salakia, let me see. Verse 28, right? So this is Sirach 24 and 28. This is what I wanted right here. The first man knew her not perfectly. Who was the first man? Adam. Okay? Who didn't he notice? This book right here, if you go to verse 1, is talking about who? Wisdom. Wisdom shall praise herself and shall glory in the midst of her people. Who are the people? If you continue to read, it's Israel, right? So Israel has wisdom. But it says right here, the first man, which is Adam, knew her not perfectly, no more shall the last find her out. Okay? So from the first man to the last man, nobody will know her perfectly. Nobody will know wisdom perfectly. So I don't care how many breakdowns you have, how many this you have. No man will know wisdom perfectly. For her thoughts are more than the sea. So when you go to the ocean on the weekend or you go to the beach on the weekend, you see all the water, the ocean. Okay, it says the thoughts of wisdom is way more than that. And we know water covers Water covers the majority of the earth right now. And it's saying wisdom thoughts are more than that. And her counsel is profounder than the great deep. Salakia, I'm just under the weather. Also, I came out as a brook from a river. So it's let you know the understanding that we getting, the knowledge that we getting, it came as a what? A brook. It broke off from a river. It broke off. And then it says, I said I will water my best garden and will water abundantly my garden bed. And lo, my brook became a river and my river became a sea. And Salakia, I will yet make doctrine to what? Shine as the morning and will send forth her light afar off. And that's what we're doing. We're bringing the doctrine of the Most High. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy and leave it to all ages forever. Behold, that I have not labored for myself only. So I'm not laboring only for myself, but for all them that seek wisdom. So I'm not saying, I want to get this understanding, I'm not saying there's not wisdom out there, it's not knowledge out there, but I'm saying put your trust in the Most High Yahweh, and He will give you that knowledge, and He will give you that wisdom. But understand, you're only getting a small portion of the knowledge and a small portion of the wisdom of the Most High. So please don't run around here puffed up, high-minded, and big-headed, thinking that you know all of the breakdowns, thinking that you know basically everything that's written about the Most High in the book. And that's not true. You know what I mean? That's just not true. So let's be honest with one another and get a understanding that you put your trust in the Most High Yahweh and He will exalt you. Stop exalting yourself. Let me close out with this. First Peter 5 and 6. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High Yahweh, that He may exalt you in due time. See, a lot of men, they exalting themselves. They giving their self these titles: bishop, elder, deacon, priest. A lot of men are getting exalted on their own. Okay, giving yourself these titles. Even when we was in the world, we was in the hood, and we was doing things like you just couldn't give yourself no name. You just couldn't call yourself little man. No, you had to earn that title. You had to put in work for that title, especially if it was somebody else's name already, for you to be, you know, man or little man too. You couldn't just take his name on. So why now is it all of a sudden that you just feel like you could take these titles on? Anyway, humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon Him, for He cared for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But that the Most High of all grace, who have called us unto His eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahawashi, have that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect. The Most High will make you perfect. The Most High will give you these things and strengthen you and settle you. So we give all praises to the Most High Yahweh. To Him be the glory and dominion forever and ever. Ahchyam. All praises be to the Father. Hopefully this was edifying for you. And like I say, Salakia, forgive me because I am under the weather. I tried to fight through it as best as possible. Say some prayers for me that I may get better. And like I say, at the end of the day, don't put your trust in no man. Don't put your trust in me. Don't put your trust in no earthly man that came out a woman's womb. Put your trust in the Most High Yahweh. Look for him for your knowledge. Look for him for your wisdom. And apply the things that he has given us through the word. And trust in him. I give all praises, honor, and glory to our Father, our Abanawi Yahweh, called Allah Yahweh, Ba'Shama Mashiach Yahweh Shai. And with that I say, Shalawam.